Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing the Bargain Bead Box September collection. I'm really excited about this collection. The colors are stunning and everything just turned out so gorgeous. I can't wait to share that with you. We're going to go through what's in the bag, all the pieces that I made, and believe it or not, I didn't use any memory wire. Like seriously, I can't even believe that I didn't use any. I did use wire, however, just not memory wire. A lot of bead work went into a lot of the pieces that I made, and I'm really excited to show you what I've done. So without further ado, let's get into this video. One is a 16-inch strand, 4mm crystal bicone beads in magma. Number two is a 16-inch strand, 4x3mm crystal rondo beads in sea green shimmer. Number three is 1 meter of 5.5 by 3.5mm steel Figaro jewelry chain. Oh, I love Figaro jewelry chain. I love that style. I think it's so pretty. Number four is a 46mm spiral pendant. Number five is 5 pieces, 10mm half matte crystal chevron round beads in magma. Number six is 10 pieces, 15mm brass French hook ear wires. Number seven is a 7.5-inch strand, 6mm fiber optic glass cat's eye beads. These are in light peach. Number eight is 2 pieces of 21 by 13mm spiral chandelier links. Number nine is an 8-inch strand, 6mm crystal faceted pear beads. These are in champagne shimmer. Number 10 is 7 pieces of 18 by 13.5mm spiral link drops. Number 11 is 10 pieces, 12 by 8mm spiral drops. Number 12 is 7 pieces, 11.5mm spiral beads. Number 13 is 2 pieces of 23 by 34mm half spiral drop pendants. Number 14 is 3 sets of 17 by 22mm swirl pattern toggle clasps. Number 15 is approximately a 30mm Carnelian teardrop pendant. Now this one here looks like it has a little something there, but that isn't a scratch or anything. It's just actually part of the stone. Number 16 is a 15-inch strand of 6 by 4mm faux turquoise rondelle beads. Number 17 is 5 pieces of 10mm druzy style agate round beads. I really love it when they give us these really unusual beads. Number 18 is 10 pieces of 12mm handmade porcelain round beads. These are in a red orange shimmer. 19 is 1 piece. It's approximately 30mm druzy style agate barrel bead. Number 20 is 15-inch strand, 8mm Carnelian round beads. And finally, the last one is number 21. This is 30 pieces of 8mm 5-petal swirled bead caps. Okay guys, welcome to the Ancient Icon September's Bargain Bead Box. This is everything that I made with that box. There is one piece, however, that is not on display right now, which I will show you at the end of the video, because the way I want to display it and show it to you, it won't fit on this display here. So I will show that. I will show that to you at the end of the video. Before we begin, I'm going to show you what I have left from this set here, from this collection. That's it. Can you believe that? I'm getting down to where I'm not going to have anything pretty soon. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, 2 ear wires. For some reason, there's 2 beads on one of the wires. So I'm not really sure how it went from here to here. But anyway, it won't be hard for me to just pull it off and put it on here. So I do have 1 extra set. But I actually ran out of beads to put on these, so yeah, that's okay though. Can be used somewhere else. So the first piece that I tackled was this one here with the 30mm Carnelian teardrop pendant. I absolutely love this. I love the color of it. I would wear this summer, spring, winter, and fall. I think it's so beautiful. With this one here, I just wanted to add a little something. So I added the 18 by 13.5mm spiral link drop, and I just thought it added a really beautiful touch to this whole pendant instead of just leaving it blank. I like that. I like the way that it turned out. I used the 4x3mm rondelles, the ones in the sea green shimmer, and the 4mm bicones in magma. In between the 8mm Carnelian round beads, I used the 6x4mm faux turquoise rondelles all the way through. These are the 12mm porcelain round beads. These are in the red and orange shimmer, and they are absolutely stunning. And with the blue, everything just kind of worked out together. It looks gorgeous. Now this is a little bit more brighter and a lot more sparkly than, say, the Carnelian round beads or even this large teardrop pendant, but everything put together, it just looked so beautiful. The reason I made my own chain this time was I just wanted something a little bit different. I didn't want to use up all the chain for this particular piece here. I had used my own 11/0 and 15/0 seed beads in the color copper in between all of these other beads. So I thought, well, you know what, I'm just going to make a matching chain with the 4mm bicones intermittent between there. I did use their toggle clasp that came in the collection for September, and honestly, it turned out absolutely beautiful. I really like the way this one turned out. And then I just made a pair of matching earrings with the larger spiral drops, the faux turquoise rondelles, the Carnelian bead, that's the 8mm Carnelian bead. I popped in 1 each of the crystal pear beads in there just to give a little bit of a sparkle, but honestly, those colors together are super stunning. And then to put everything together, as always, I used my half round copper wire, antique copper wire, and just put everything together, and used my own 11/0 seed beads just to split up the beads a little bit. I really wasn't sure what to do with the 46mm spiral pendant. I mean, this thing pretty much speaks for itself, but I didn't want to leave it completely alone and just put it on a chain. I just thought that would be a little bit, I don't know, I always have to add things to everything. So I put in one of the little spiral beads with some of my own square copper wire, and then just started to add on and layer on the beads, the cat's eye bead, the crystal pear bead, and I used the 21 by 13mm spiral chandelier links in here. I just thought they added a nice texture to the whole piece, something really eye-catching, because I find that these are actually very eye-catching, at least to me they are. And then another little spiral drop here, the Carnelian 8mm Carnelians, the 4mm bicones, the small little sea green rondelles, and 1 faux turquoise rondelle. This is all I had after one other piece that I'd made. I used almost everything. This is all I had left. So I put it in here for just a little pop of color. And really, this one as well, when it sits on you, it just hangs really nicely. I'll show you the back of it here. So I used my own square copper wire and just made myself a little hook so that I could hook the spiral on there and then hook the rest of the beads on it. And honestly, it really does sit quite nicely when you wear it. It has a nice little wiggle here, but it is unique. And I used my own copper chain. I had used my Figaro chain on a couple other pieces and ran out. So this one here is antique copper, so it goes with everything. I love anything antique copper, and I have a lot of chain on spools like this, so no problem with with having this color chain. Now for the end here, I just wanted to show you, because I haven't actually quite finished it yet, but I will here in a minute. For the ends here, I just wanted to quickly show you what I did, because this chain that I have is actually very, very tiny. It's even hard to get the smallest jump ring in there, even the smallest jump ring that I have. So this is what I did. Now this is half round copper wire, antique copper wire, and I made my own little jump rings, so to speak. I can show you in a video if you'd like to see how I do that. This is how I deal a lot of times with my very, very small chain instead of jump rings. And honestly, these are solid. Like, they're not going to come apart. They're not going to break. Unlike jump rings sometimes, which can be pulled apart a little bit, these will stay together, and they're very cute. And from here, you can put on a jump ring with a toggle clasp or whatever type of clasp that you'd like to put on. But it worked out really pretty, and you know, it matches nice. When I saw this 30mm DZ style barrel bead, I knew immediately what I wanted to do with this. These kind of came into play after. I was actually thinking about a pair of earrings, and then I don't know, as I made this piece up, these just kind of started to play on my mind to add them. It's a very unique touch to this piece. I like the spiral. I like the texture of all the spiral findings that we've got in this box for September. So I decided against the earrings and decided to just put them on this piece to add a really unique touch to the whole look of the piece. And then used 18 gauge square antique copper wire to actually make to pull it through this barrel bead and then make the loops at the end so I could hang all these beads from it. I wanted that chaotic look to the bead. I think it looks really pretty, and I mean, it turned out nice. At least to me it turned out nice anyway. I used the 4x3mm rondelles, the 8mm Carnelians, the faux turquoise rondelle, and then the 10mm half matte chevron in magma. These are absolutely gorgeous. I really wanted to add these slightly sparkly beads to this piece, so I added 2 of those and 2 of the small spiral drops, and it just added a really boho look to the whole piece. And then here I wanted to add a little bit more color to the piece with my own 11-0 seed beads. I wanted to lengthen it up a little bit, not using too much of the Figaro chain. I don't have any of this Figaro chain. I'm gonna have to order some, because this is actually my favorite chain of all time. I love it. I love the way that it looks. This is how I lengthened it up a little bit without having to use the rest of my Figaro chain. And then the toggle clasp that they had put in that box, in the September's box. These are gorgeous. Honestly, they're gorgeous, and the whole set just has a really beautiful boho texture. Something that I would love to wear is something like this. Very unique, very unusual. When I first put it together, I wasn't really sure if I was gonna like it. I mean, I started putting it together and I'm thinking to myself, you know, it's so unusual looking. I don't know if anybody's really gonna like it, but I've had a lot of really good compliments on this particular piece here. So I'm happy with it. I think it looks great. So, you know, I can't get away from these collection boxes without doing bracelets. I am a bracelet person. I love bracelets. and I just had to do a couple of bracelets as well. So I used the 12mm porcelain beads. I think they look absolutely stunning. I love that red shimmer. I think it looks so pretty. And then I used the half matte chevron beads in there as well to just bring a little sparkle, as well as the pear-shaped crystal faceted beads, the faux turquoise rondelle, and the 5-petal bead caps around those porcelain beads. I think that looks beautiful. Very, very beautiful. I love these colors together. I just can't get over how nice it ended up looking. And then on the ends, I used my own toggle clasps. I didn't want to use all the toggle clasps, and I knew I wasn't going to have enough for everything that I was planning to make, so I just used my own, and they match really well. They're just a little bit smaller than what was originally in the box. For this bracelet, I used the 4mm rondelles and the faux turquoise rondelles and the 8mm carnelian, and just went with a pattern like that. And in between each one of these rondelles, the crystal rondelle, I put in there the 11/0 copper seed beads, just to give it a little bit of that copper look. And then at the end, I decided to do something a little bit different. I have a lot of these magnetic clasps, and I really like what they do to a bracelet, especially if you have long nails. I wear my nails quite long most of the time, and I just love to be able to put my bracelet on, take it off. It's easy to put on and take off. Done. And these ones I got from River Crystal Beads. They are very, very, like, they hold really well. So you don't have any worries about your bracelet coming off, but look at that. And it makes putting on the bracelet so much easier. And the nice thing is, with all these pieces, they can be worn together or worn separately or whatever you want. Like, that looks really nice if you wanted to wear them together. For this piece, I decided to do a little bit of beading. I wanted to do something a little bit different, and honestly, this turned out nice. Like, this really, really turned out nice. So for the bracelet, I used the 8mm carnelian, the cat's eye bead, the pearl crystal beads, and the 4mm bicones. I did use my own toggle clasp, my 15/0 and 11/0 copper seed beads. And this bracelet turned out absolutely stunning. I really, I like these brown colors. I really do. Brown and yellow and copper. Just, I don't know, it just makes my day. I really think that turned out nice. And as you can see, there is a lot going on here, but I think that actually in the end it turned out really nice. For the findings, again, I just used my own antique copper toggle clasps that I had. And of course I had to make a matching set of earrings. So again, the 8mm carnelian, the pear crystal faceted beads, the cat's eye, and the bicones. And then I used my own 11/0 seed beads just to put it all together. And I think they turned out really pretty. And then just added the ear wires. And as much as I love a huge statement earring, I do every once in a while like to wear a very dainty small earring, just depending on what I'm doing and where I'm going. And these are so simple, just an 8mm carnelian with your 11/0 seed beads, and I just beaded around them and added an ear wire. I think those are just beautiful and dainty. I really like the way they turned out. This piece I had in my mind right away. The moment I saw these rondelle beads, I just knew I wanted to do kind of like a half moon look. So none of this is made with memory wire, believe it or not, none of it. This one here, not. I made each one of these pieces with half round wire. I started with this one here, and then from this one, I just made shorter and shorter pieces with the faux turquoise rondelle beads, the DZ style agates, the bead caps, the spiral drops in both sizes, and the spiral beads. And then through here, I weaved all of these through here with 8-pound fire line. So just weaved it through and went back and forth probably about 5 or 6 times just to get it so that it was a little bit harder, stiff, because this pendant is actually a little bit stiff. And then used a little bit of the Figaro chain to actually put all these together and hold them together. And then just for an added touch on the top, I used the bicones just to give a little bit of decor on the top there. And a matching set of earrings with the DZ style beads, the rondelles, the faux turquoise rondelles, and the spiral drops. I just love these spiral drops. I think they're so pretty. And this turned out gorgeous. Like it looks really nice. I used what I had left with the Figaro chain and their toggle clasp. These earrings just turned out stunning. I love brown and blue, just looks so good. This is all the beads that I had left. Out of everything that I made, this is the last piece that I actually made, and this is what I call a brooch scarf bead, I guess. I don't know what you would call this, but you can put it on a scarf, you could wear it as a brooch. Now, I'm not a brooch person, but I do wear a lot of scarves, and I like to decorate my scarves with things like this. So I thought I'm gonna make a scarf brooch. So I'm just gonna pull it off here. So I wanted to come up with something different, something that I hadn't made before, and something that I would love to wear. And I would love to wear something like this on my scarves. I may make a couple of more of these. It turned out beautifully. I used my own 15-0 and 11-0 seed beads in here, and the tiger's eye, this is all I had left, and the 4 carnelian beads, and 1 faceted crystal pear bead. That's all I had left. So I just decided to start putting them together and make this beautiful little scarf brooch. And my mom-in-law had actually given me a lot of these beautiful brooch clips, I guess. I don't know what you would call these, but the clips here. So I decided to start beading right onto this clip. So this brooch is actually beaded right onto that clip. You know, and you can wear it like this, you can put it like that on your scarf, and it'll go with pretty much, you know, any scarf. Black, white, blue, yellow would look nice with this, brown would look nice with this. And if you like scarves, like I like scarves, this is kind of a nice thing to add to it. You know, if you're gonna wear something like this and it's up on your shoulder, you know, because your scarf is there, the really tiny little dainty pair of Carnelian earrings would go really nice with that. And the bracelet is just, I thought it was a really nice piece. And this is something I think my mother-in-law would even wear. I think she would like that. So there you have it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you get a lot out of it, some inspiration. And if there is any pieces that you would like to see a future tutorial on, please let me know. I do try to do those tutorials for you. And I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna have to kind of redo these videos a little bit, because a lot of times you do want tutorials. And when I'm creating, I don't know, sometimes it's really hard to do a tutorial because I can take a piece apart like 3-4 times trying to get it right. So we'll figure it out as we go. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell, since I will be uploading a lot more during the winter time. I will leave my website right here for you. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter that enters you to win the monthly giveaway that I have. With that, I need to get out of here now. You guys have a great day, and I would love to see you back here for my next video. Bye.